For a second, I wonder if I'm still asleep and having one of the weirdest, most depressing dreams ever. Was this morning in the kitchen real? Did I meet up with Amelia? I pinched the soft skin at my wrist and wince. I'm not dreaming. The girl across from me is real, and it's like looking in a mirror. Her hair is longer than mine and a few shades darker, black to my dark brown. Her tan skin is smooth and clear where I have freckles sprinkled across my nose and cheeks, and her eyes are more golden than amber, a shade or two lighter than my own. She holds herself almost painfully straight, her chin tilted up as if she was born to be someone important. She's both the complete opposite of me and my twin at the same time. We have the same round eyes, the same round nose, the same point to our chins. It's uncanny. Holy shit, I breathe. I take a step forward, reaching out a hand carefully, like if I touch her, she'll disappear, like a mirage. The girl cocks her head and opens her mouth to say something when there's a slam from somewhere in the shop. The girl whips back to face me. Hide me, she whispers urgently. My eyes widen. What? Please, she begs. No one can see me. I take a split second to deliberate before pulling her into the dressing room with me and pulling the curtain halfway closed so she's just barely out of sight. Mama comes around the corner and puts her hands on her hips. What did you say, Hava? She asks. I think this dress is the one, I say, hyper aware of the fact that I'm hiding a random girl who looks like me from my mother. Mama hums and steps forward. I step back. She frowns. What are you doing? She asks. I just really like this one, I lie. It's not terrible as far as dresses go. A shiny silver fabric with spaghetti straps and a flowy skirt. It's the least restrictive thing I've tried on today, and I feel like I can survive the fundraiser in it. I don't want you to find anything wrong with it. Mama crosses her arms and surveys me, eyes roaming up and down and up again. After a moment, she shrugs. I agree. I think it's the one. My eyebrows nearly fly off my face. You do? Mama nods. Take it off so we can go ring it up. I stand there for a moment and bite my lip. Mama arches an eyebrow. What? Nothing, I say, voice a pitch higher than it should be. I step back into the dressing room and drag the curtain across the metal rod, the rings tinging across. I turn around to look at the girl. She's staring at me, looking stricken, hands in her hair. What am I going to do? She whispers, her voice laced with panic. Face the wall, I tell her. I need to change, and while this girl may be my long-lost twin or something, she doesn't need to see every part of me. She spins so that she's facing the wall, and I turn so that my back is to her too. I unzip the dress and slide the straps off my shoulders, letting the fabric pull at my feet. Make sure you hang the dress up, Mama orders from outside. I don't want it getting wrinkled. I groan. Yes, Mama. The bell above the door rings, and Mama calls out a welcome. I quickly get dressed, throw my purse across my shoulder, and pick the dress up off the floor before putting it on a hanger and hanging it on the wall. I peer out through the curtain to see that Mama has stepped away to help the customer. I glance back at the girl and motion for her to follow me. We slink through the small dressing area, and I lead the girl toward the back of the shop. The door to the back, the place where Gracelyn makes her dresses and plans her sketches, is unlocked. That must have been where Mama went when I ran into my mystery twin. So I ease it open and push the girl ahead of me. It clicks softly shut behind us. I breathe a sigh of relief. There's a door that leads to the alley back here. We can use that to sneak out, I tell the girl, leading the way. By the way, why are we sneaking out? I glance over my shoulder at the girl, and she runs her tongue over her bottom lip. I can explain everything, she tells me. We make it to the door. I open it and hop down the 2 steps. She follows down daintily, stepping with the ball of her foot before ending with the heel. How about you start by telling me your name, I ask. The girl looks at me hesitantly. It's Ashlyn. Like the princess, I scoff. She says nothing. The realization is a punch to the gut. Holy shit, like the princess? When I first moved to Victoria, people would often tell me that I resembled the crown princess of Victoria. Amelia had teased me about it all of the time. Sometimes when I'd ask her to do something, get me a drink or help me with calculus, she'd smirk and say, yes, your highness. I would scoff, so one day she finally showed me a picture of the princess. It was from a couple of years ago, on her 16th birthday, and while there was a passing resemblance, I didn't put much stock in it. She was beautiful and regal and above it all. It was probably photoshopped a little too. Who was to say that her nose was that straight? But looking at the girl in question, I wish I'd looked a little closer at the picture. Maybe I wouldn't have been so blindsided. The girl, Ashlyn, the princess, winces and holds a finger to her lips. I guess I'd said that louder than I thought. She looks around warily, but we're the only ones in this alley. It's fairly narrow, and Graceland's is the only shop that leads out to it. Beside me, there are several trash cans that are overflowing with scraps of fabric and bits of thread. I snuck out, the princess tells me. She shrugs helplessly. I don't know what I'm doing. My phone rings before I can give a response. I pull it out of my pocket. My mother. I groan. Hang on a second, I tell the princess. I answer the call. Where did you go, Mama demands. I wasn't feeling well, I lie. What do you mean? Like a cold? Nauseous? A cold, I say. Kinda dizzy. So where did you go, Mama asks again. I'm headed home to lay down. While you're dizzy, Hava? Mama sighs a breath out of her nose. Call me when you get home so I know you didn't pass out on the side of the street. Yes, Mama, I say, and hang up the phone, shoving it back into my pocket. I turn back to the princess. Her eyes dart everywhere, from my face to the alley ground up to the cloudy sky above. What now, I ask. It's probably more attitude than I should be giving the princess, but I'm confused and still upset from earlier, and I honestly just want to go home and curl up in my bed. The princess starts a little at my voice and focuses on my face, as if she'd been lost in thought. Have you ever wanted to be a different person? I blank. What kind of question is that? Come on, the princess says. You can't tell me you have the perfect life. Of course I don't, I snap. Exactly. She springs forward, grabbing me by the shoulders. I'm too shocked to stop her. What if I told you that you could be a different person? Just for a week. The pieces are slowly coming together. Does she mean... You're crazy, I say. Are you trying to say you want to switch places with me? You don't even know me. But you know me, the princess says. Anyone would kill to be a princess. No, no, no. I shake my head. This is insane. You're saying insane things. Do you even hear yourself? Please, the princess says, her voice soft, her fingers squeezing my shoulders. Do you ever just wish you could disappear? Yeah, I frown. Do you? The princess's eyes water, but they stay locked on mine. All the time, she whispers. On my shoulders, her hands shake. I swallow, then let out a breath. Reaching up, I pull her hands off me. This is a terrible idea, I say as I yank my phone out of my pocket. What are you doing? Her eyes are wide. Typing notes, I tell her. Why? How are you going to pretend to be me if you don't know anything about me, I ask. The princess's eyes widen. Really? Here. I hand the princess my phone and purse. Where's yours? At the palace, the princess says. Great. And how am I supposed to get back in there? I ask. I don't know. She bites her lip. She looks around as if the dirty alleyway will give her an answer. Then she squeaks and ducks behind the trash cans. Ashlyn. The voice is hushed, irritated, and commanding. I look behind me at the end of the alley that leads to a back street. There's a black car idling there, and a tall woman striding toward us, anger written across her beautiful features. She wears a bright blue pantsuit that stands out against her brown skin, and her glossy black hair is pulled back in a high ponytail. When she gets closer, I see that she has a dark beauty mark above her lip. She marches up to me and grabs my arm. What the hell were you thinking? Ow. I wince as her nails, long and glossy and pointed, dig into the fleshy part of my upper arm. I don't want to hear it, the woman snaps. She begins to drag me back down the alley toward the car. I glance at the trash cans once more, but I can't see the princess. I take a deep breath and let it out. I guess I'm really doing this. Not like the princess has given me much of a choice. I'm shoved in the back of the car, and the woman slides in behind me. Drive, she orders the driver, whipping out her phone. Typing away, she speaks toward me once more. I cannot believe you pulled this stunt. I am not letting you out of my sight until the wedding. Do you understand? Yes, I say. The woman looks up at me. Her eyes bulge. What the hell happened to your hair? And that's the end of chapter 6. So if you liked that, you should buy my book. I will be having a signing on the 13th. I don't know where, but yeah, if you want to buy my book and get it signed, I would be happy to do that. So.